Hi guys, this is SecretHumorMan, and I'm uploading my first YouTube tutorial for Banjo-Tooie, and it's going to be on Canary Mary 3 and 4. I felt the need to make this tutorial after seeing another Banjo-Tooie runner fail Canary Mary 4, and I'm also kind of tired of the stereotype that Canary Mary 3 and 4 can only be beaten by sheer athletic prowess or like a turbo controller. So I'm going to be showing you just a standard way of being able to beat Canary Mary 3 and 4 with literally just the use of my hands and my N64 controller. That way you don't have to worry about losing to Canary Mary ever again. So it should be known right off the start that Canary Mary 3 is obviously the easier of the versions. She doesn't go as fast, quote unquote. So what I'm going to show you is, I'm going to show you my standard way of beating Canary Mary 3. And it is done by me holding the controller with one hand. And you're basically going to see me tapping A as fast as I can while gripping the controller. I will be honest and say that this does take a little bit of just being able to hold the controller tight, because while you're pressing A, you don't want the controller to be flopping around in your hand, because you're not going to be able to hit the A button as much. If you keep it gripped while you're pressing A, you'll be able to bring your thumb down on the A button a lot faster and maintain your speed. So I'll show the one button method here for Canary Mary 3. So I just keep the controller close to me and I tap it. Now again, I don't want it to flap like this because you can hear how my A button presses. They aren't going very fast. But when you keep the controller gripped and close to you, you're able to press the A button a little bit faster than you normally would be able to. And as you can see, Canary Mary does rubber band a little bit. When you're behind her, she does tend to slow down, and when you're in front of her, she does tend to speed up. Obviously, you want to try to stay ahead of her the entire time because that's the fastest way of beating the race. But again, you know, it's just due to if you have to stay behind her before you spam at the end, that's an easier way to do it too. A lot of people just think that she's fast, period, and she's really not. So as you can see, I mean, that was done with very little effort on my part. Obviously done with one hand. And this one will produce the jiggy, obviously. Okay. Now, Canary Mary 3, let's be honest, it's not really the one that people fail the most. It's Canary Mary 4. It's the one you have to do for the Cheeto page. So I'm going to show off a different method here. This method is originally, well, it's not really called a method. I like to call it the Brad strat because the first person to show this on stream was Brad. And what Brad does is he uses two hands, and I've seen different variations of this, but what he does is he holds the controller close to him. You can either hold it against your stomach, against your leg. I personally keep it down here. And what you're technically doing is you are pressing the A button. Why is my cell phone going off? Rip this tutorial because of cell phones. Okay. So what you're doing is you're holding the controller against you, and you're going to be bringing down your pointer fingers on the A button in a rhythmic fashion. Now, I will say that a lot of people still think that you have to spam this button in order to be successful against Canary Mary, and you don't. In fact, all it is about keeping a rhythm. So as long as you're keeping a steady rhythm of pressing the button, you'll be able to stay in front of Canary Mary. It doesn't have to be this, like, you know, spam fest on the button. Now, again, that will be the fastest way to beat Canary Mary, is to do a spam fest on the button. But we're just interested in beating her without pausing the game. Okay, because pause buffering loses time. You don't want to be able to do that in a speedrun. You want to just be able to beat Canary Mary as fast as possible. So I'm going to be showing off the strat. And again, there are different variations. If your pointer fingers aren't as strong, you can do your middle fingers. Or I've even seen people do their thumbs. You can do your thumbs like this. Or you can do your thumbs over the controller like this. It's really up to you. Whatever's comfortable, whatever works for you. So again, I'm going to pop on to the mouse. And you'll see, I can even start this very slowly. I can start this very, very slowly. And because I started slowly, Canary Mary will go very slow. Okay, as you can see, she'll go my speed. In fact, as slow as I'm tapping, she's staying behind me. Can you see that? So she basically goes off of your speed. You don't have to spam the button. But obviously, we do want to beat it fast. So I'm going to start to pick up my speed here a little bit. And as the game starts to get acclimated to your rhythm, you can see that the mouse will start to wind up a little bit faster and faster. Okay, but it's not that I'm going faster and faster. I'm just keeping a steady rhythm. So at this point, I'm far enough ahead of her to where I basically have to keep this rhythm the whole time. Otherwise, she will beat me. And honestly, I might have just lost. No, I got her. So again, I didn't do it with any pausing. And normally, like I said, I keep it against my body. It's a little bit easier for me to control. I wanted to keep it up here so that you guys could see what I was doing with my fingers. But it is possible to beat Canary Mary just by simply keeping a rhythm. It's not about going fast. And if you are worried about pausing or worried about beating her, if you're even just trying to beat this casually, just keep a rhythm. And you'll be able to beat her with ease. Okay? Now go enjoy your worm sandwich and your bird seed. And good luck with your next Canary Mary race.